And in the drive towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals and Rescue Action for Persons with Disability, the federal government, through the Office of the National Commission of Persons with Disabilities, has said in implementing the disability law, the commencement of the task force will shut down public buildings that have failed the compliance test in building accessibility to persons with disabilities, PWD. The Executive Secretary, National Commission for PWDs, made this known during the Disability Inclusion Mindset Series in commemoration of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities in Abuja. KAFTAN TV's Victoria Agbi now reports.
In line with the global call for the wide-based approach for inclusivity development, the Nigerian government, through the Office of Executive Secretary, National Commission of Persons with Disabilities, James Lalu, noted that measures are being put in place to ensure the policing and adequate compliance to the Disability Act.
The disability community, we struggle and struggle and struggle for the parties of this bill for the period of 90 years. And to the glory of God, it was sealed. We have the law already. The law is in our hand. We must never sleep. It is time for us to stand strong enough and stand on our feet and try to go out to do the enforcement. We are commencing the enforcement already in January. The task force on this enforcement are coming out. Task force will build their bill already. We will do it. And I believe that we are going to achieve it. The SDG, when you look at the MDG, the experience from the MDG disability community, we are totally left out. The slogan for the SDG is leaving no one behind. And now that we are saying leaving no one behind, looking at the provisions of the SDGs, from the goals out of the 17, a lot of the goals have to do with the disability community. It is time to put reality on the ground. It is time to make sure that truly what is there in the paper about these SDGs are truly being experienced by our people at the community level.
Disability Inclusion, Ekaite Judith, says despite the existing frameworks and laws, the rights of persons with disabilities are still being overlooked. In the same vein, the representative Australia High Commission says upholding human rights is the best approach towards building inclusively in Nigeria.
Although the provisions of the Act appear satisfactory, not much has been done about its implementation and enforcement. Many people, including people with disabilities, are not aware of the existence of the Act. Perhaps the reason why there's still a general disregard for disability rights in Nigeria. The second edition of the Disability Inclusion Mindset Series 2 is germane as it offers the opportunity for governments and disability inclusion stakeholders in Nigeria to reflect and recommit to achieving the Sustainable Development Goal towards making the SDG a reality for, with, and by persons with disabilities.
Decisions that impact on persons with disabilities simply should not be taken in political, economic, social, or cultural life without respecting persons with disabilities, without having them present in the discussions to make their needs and their desires evident to others. Disability, equity, and rights means having persons with disabilities participating on an equal basis to everyone else so that we can help realize their full potential.
Also, the Senior Special Advisor to the President on Disability Matters, Muhammad Isa, hinted that through collaborative efforts with international and local agencies such as CBM Global, the government will create opportunities for persons living with disabilities.
Everybody has to come on board. Organization of persons with disability, we have to take the ownership and we have to move from the charity approach to the right-based approach, like the way how CBM Global they are doing. Why? Because CBM Global, they are breaking the cycle of poverty. There is no way you can differentiate poverty and disability, or how will you going to break the barrier? Is by coming together. serious task force will be going to launch by the presidential task force so that to make sure that we enforce compliance. So we are good to go.
Disability Inclusion Mindset Series 2 is in commemoration of International Day of Persons with Disability, as well as to mark the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In Abuja, Victoria Agbe, reporting for KAFTAN TV News.